Hey, hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show. 2016 is going to be a year that goes down in history for a great many things. Some people will look back at 2016 very fondly, while others, not so much. For me, 2016 will always be the best year in gaming history. In 2016, gaming showed off its absolute best. Video games displayed, they personified their beauty, their power, and their creativity as an art form and medium. The video games released in 2016 showed off everything that this industry, this platform, this art form. In 2016, there was a video game for everyone. If there was a particular genre, particular style of video game that you preferred, 2016 had a game for you. If you enjoyed action-packed first-person shooters, 2016 had you covered. If you enjoy linear, calm, more story-based games, 2016 had you covered. If you enjoyed real-time strategy games, 2016 had you covered. If you enjoy exploring open worlds in video games, 2016 had you covered. Science fiction, horror, romance, mystery, you name it, 2016 had it in video game form. Whether it was indie or AAA, whether it was a long-lasting, well-known franchise or a brand new IP, we saw the absolute best of gaming. Even DLC, expansions, stuff that is usually sneered at and people are incredibly cynical and critical of. We saw some of the best DLC and expansions in gaming history. We saw the industry, developers and publishers experiment with how they produce, create, and deliver games in an episodic fashion through episodes, updating and changing the game over time till the game is something completely different than it was at launch, or just huge pieces of purchasable, downloadable expansion content that could have been considered its own game by itself. And there were just so many good games, so many games worth checking out, worth experiencing. So many different games offering so much, I couldn't possibly get to them all. I still missed games that I really want to play but didn't get a chance to. Games like ReCore, I still want to play. Batman the Telltale series, I hear a lot of good things about that, I may want to give that a try. XCOM 2, even though I'm not a fan of the XCOM series, I'm hearing a lot of good things about XCOM 2, I might want to give the game a try. Far Cry Primal, Abzu, Dead Rising 4, and so many more. Despite all the fantastic games I played in 2016, I still miss some, and I have a feeling maybe those games could have made it onto my top 10 games of 2016. There were just so many good games released in 2016. AAA and indie gaming really went all out. I mean, so many honorable mentions of games that just couldn't make my list, but I loved these games all the same, but they couldn't make it to my top 10 because I just like those other games just a bit more. Games like Quantum Break, Shadow Warrior 2, Overwatch, Superhot, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, Firewatch, Inside, Darkest Dungeon. When I look at all the games that came out in 2016 and I look at and remember and replay and re-experience all the games I played in 2016, I can't help but look at 2016 at awe. It almost feels like to me, in the past few years I've been doing YouTube and looking and playing everything the gaming industry has to offer since 2013. It feels like the years I've been doing this, the years I've invested into gaming, into the gaming industry and the gaming community from 2013 to 14 to 15, playing and talking about and making videos on the games that came out those years. 2013, 14, and 15 all had some incredible games that came out, but it feels like those games were almost precursors, stepping stones towards the glory that would be 2016, towards the true expressions of creativity, imagination, finding a balance between old school and present day gameplay, game design, and game mechanics. Even the video games that many consider to be the bad games, the worst games of 2016, weren't even really that bad compared to the games of previous years. And some of those games even got patches and updates and fixes, so they're not really that bad. They may even be worth checking out, as they have their own merits and qualities to them, like Homefront: The Revolution, No Man's Sky, and Bombshell. Even the worst of gaming in 2016 wasn't even that bad, and that's saying something. 2016 was simply a phenomenal, one of the best, if not the best, and will always be my best year in gaming history. So I can't understand, I may never understand individuals who say 2016 in gaming sucked, or 2016 in gaming wasn't that very good. All I can ask is, where have you been? What games did you play? Because like I said earlier, there was a game for everyone in 2016. No matter the genre, style, or setting, there was a video game for everyone, whether it be single player or multiplayer. As a matter of fact, we saw some of the best single player and multiplayer gaming has to offer in 2016. Just look at the critical response and reception for the single player campaigns of Uncharted 4, Doom, Titanfall 2, Gears of War 4, Final Fantasy 15, Dishonored 2, Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, The Witcher Free, again, and even, dare I say it, Call of Duty? Call of Duty in 2016 actually had a pretty good single-player campaign. What the hell? And that was just the single-player for the big AAA games. What about the indies? Firewatch, Inside, Superhot, Stardew Valley, Owlboy. New indie darlings that everyone has fallen in love with. For their unique visuals and art style, for their unique gameplay, for their unique storytelling, and then there was multiplayer. My god, was there multiplayer? Overwatch, Street Fighter, Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2, Rainbow Six Siege, Gears of War 4, Paladins, Killing Floor 2, The Division, and the list goes on and on and on and on, and I'm not even talking about some of the several multiplayer indie games that came out on PC that people fell in love with. I'm sorry, but there's nothing that can be said or shown to me to make me believe that 2016 was a bad or a mediocre year in gaming. The amount of awesome sequels to long-running franchises, excellent DLC that expanded already established games, and the new IPs. 2016 showed gaming at its strongest, at its best. Video games gaming in 2016 for many gamers reminded gamers why they love video games, why they play video games. 2016 restored hope for many people who had lost faith in the industry, that was all out of creativity and original ideas, that it would never return to the old original ideas that got gaming started and popular in the first place. There were just so many surprises, so many victories, so many stories of redemption for certain video games. Did 2016 have its drama and its controversy and its negatives? So does every year, for everything, not just video games, and I'm sure you're well aware of that. But when you compare and contrast the positives to the negatives of gaming in 2016, and that of previous years of gaming, 2016 just shines bright. It shines brighter than gaming ever has. And while 2017 is looking like a good year for gaming, it's just eclipsed and overshadowed by the year preceding it. But maybe that's not the case. Maybe the future years of gaming will be incredibly positively affected by 2016 because game developers and publishers may learn lessons, may take tips and notes from what happened in 2016 with the games released that year. I have a strong feeling, I have a strong prediction that 2016 is going to pave the way, going to set an example for the games of the future. We're going to see more of what we like, more of what we crave. We're going to see more of the creativity. We're going to see more of the great ideas that gaming expressed in 2016. Hey, it's just a possibility. But, however, to wrap this up, I simply have to stress one more time my absolute love for 2016 in video games. The experiences I had, the works of art I viewed, the stories I experienced, the visuals I experienced, the gameplay I experienced, were all just truly stellar. Phenomenal, exhilarating, and endlessly memorable. I will never forget 2016 in gaming. And 2016 in gaming will always be for me the best year, my favorite year, the year this hobby, this art form, this medium that I adore reminded me and emphasized to me why I love it so. Anyways, that's been a video. I hope you liked the video. If you indeed liked the video in any way, shape, or form, please be sure to hit the like button. Hitting the like button helps you, helps me, helps everybody involved with the video. If you hit the like button, please leave a comment. What are your thoughts, feelings, and opinions on the topic of this video? Let me know your thoughts, feelings, and opinions in the comment section below. I love reading comments. I get nearly enough comments. Please leave a comment. If you want to help out and support this video, then please share it on social media, Twitter and Facebook. And if you want to help out and support me directly, then please consider pledging and becoming a patron on my Patreon. Anyways, guys, that's been a video, and I'll see you all later.